Welcome to my channel. Dear followers, in the last episode of Halef Chapter, so many things happened that now everyone is talking about the big reckoning that will take place in the new episode. Yıldız, listening to her mother, İlhan Hanım's last words, has almost been reborn with the decisions she made. Thanks to her determined stance, Meryem Hanım and Sultan Hanım were thrown in prison for murdering Nergis Hanım and Hilmi Bey, the family who raised Melek. Now it's time for the most beautiful moment. Yıldız and Serhat are sitting at the wedding table, getting married, and both are very happy. But just when everything seems to be going well, everything could suddenly turn upside down. Melek appears at the mansion gate, covered in blood, holding a baby in her arms. Will this image destroy all this happiness? What happened to the baby? Who did this to Melek? These questions stand as the biggest threat to Yıldız and Serhat's happiness. After Yıldız and Serhat get married, the direction of the wind in the mansion will change. From now on, Serhat will not only be a leader, but also a husband who makes decisions together with Yıldız and values her opinion. The attitude Yıldız showed in the prison sentences will also reflect on Serhat's administration. This situation may disturb those who are used to the old order, but perhaps the biggest change is that Serhat will now have to think as a father as well. What place will Melek's baby find in his life? The answer to this question may cause tension between Serhat and Yıldız in the future. As soon as Yıldırım heard about the wedding, he stoked the fire of revenge within him again. Serhat kicked him and his followers out of the mansion, sent them into exile in another city, and forbade them from ever returning. But Yıldırım is not someone who gives up easily. For him, this exile is actually an opportunity to prepare for a big attack. It is very likely that Yıldırım will attack on the wedding day, at a moment when everyone is happy and feels safe. What lies behind his words, I will turn it into a grave. Perhaps an ambush, perhaps an assassination, perhaps a bloody reckoning at the wedding venue. We must not forget that Yıldırım is not alone, and that his loyal men are still waiting for him. Ziya didn't even wait to get out of prison to divorce Meryem. Why? Perhaps he thought he wouldn't survive prison. Or perhaps he was so angry at what Meryem did that he wanted to sever his ties with her as soon as possible. This decision shows how shaken Ziya's trust in Meryem is. If he had waited, perhaps his anger would have subsided, perhaps he would have made a different decision. But he chose to end his marriage with a sudden decision. How will Meryem react to this divorce? A woman who has waited years for Ziya, who has tried to keep the mansion standing despite everything in his absence. Perhaps she still had hope, even though she was in prison. But Ziya's unforgiving attitude will extinguish the last hope inside Meryem. She will first experience a great devastation. But there's also a possibility that, with her strong personality, she won't stay silent and will somehow strike back. Ziya's attitude will isolate Meryem even more and perhaps rekindle the fire of revenge. Everyone is wondering whether Sultan Hanım was attacked in prison and whether she died or not. This attack is a turning point for Sultan Hanım. Those who want to destroy her seem to have forgotten how stubborn she is. Sultan Hanım will survive despite her enemies, and when she returns, she will teach them who they are dealing with. Death would be the easiest escape for her. I think she will definitely survive. The bloody return of Melek, Yıldırım's threat, and the fate of the two women in prison seem likely to keep us glued to the screen in the new episode. Don't forget to turn on notifications. See you soon. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.